Welcome everybody back to the Mango Stripe Show. Little intermission, food break. Hopefully you got some hot dogs. Yeah, I know he's packing up shop now. They're actually pretty good. I had a couple. They were really good. So everybody, welcome Lance Robinson Jr.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Oh, come on, let's get a little louder than that.
Yeah, there we go. Brady, it's all you.
Let's start this thing off, man.
Let's do it.
You're the OG, man. You're the first person we asked. So, first question for you, man. You had Skyline Chili yet?
Nah, I haven't had that yet.
You want to try it?
You want to try it?
I don't mind.
We got some.
Let's do it. I haven't really left the hotel. Really.
We got it right here.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. It's real chili?
It's yeah, you could say so.
All right, bet.
Hey,
Brady, you want to make this?
well, I'll make you a little cunny. I'll do it. Let's do it.
Let me see what it's talking about.
Do you know what Skyline is?
I
Okay,
have
so
no
Braden,
clue.
while you piece these together, and then cheese is right here. So we got you conies,
Okay,
which are
bet.
chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Do you want onions on it?
No onions. I do
No
not
onions.
like onions.
Hey, I'm not an onion man either. So what Skyline is, it's its own special chili, Cincinnati thing. I don't know if you've heard about it yet. Yeah, it's pretty. The more you get in Cincinnati, you'll hear people either rave about it, how much they love it, or how much they hate it.
Okay.
So it's pretty much chili on spaghetti or on hot dogs.
Okay.
So
I'd rather it on hot dogs.
yeah, we got you hot dogs.
Okay, bet.
And it gets a little mustard, a little usually onions, but I hate the onions, so I asked you. And then yeah, we'll get that first reaction to Skyline.
Bet.
Thought we'd ask. Started.
Cheese, of course. Of course. No mustard.
No mustard. All right. Is it cold or is it right? Is it cold?
Let's do it. Okay, we're good.
That's good.
I approve. I approve.
You can finish or you can set it down. So I know you just say,
I'm gonna take one more bite.
yeah. Hey, that's proof he likes it. Oh, it's a big one. There we go. Yeah, you can just set it down here. Perfect. All right, great way to start to start off the show here. So let's start out. What got you into sports? So obviously a professional athlete, you have to like sports a little bit. So what kind of got you into it? It got you into it as a kid.
Well, I mean, I've been playing sports since I was like 5. I started playing football when I was 5, but I've always been like a basketball player, and I ran track in high school. But I'm just a natural athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
I've always just played sports, played as a young age. Growing up, I thought I was gonna play basketball, honestly, but I didn't grow to be 6'5". So I'm like, let me just go back to what I'm more natural at. But football has always been a part of my life. I've been traveling every weekend to AAU tournaments, to the every tournament that you could think of over the weekends. I was never really home. Only thing I did at home was just play the game. But other than
For
that,
sure.
I'm on the move, traveling, doing different tournaments, doing different circuits. Running track, playing football. So I've always just been active, and football just been in my life. I'm from New Orleans, so it's either play football or kind of go to the streets. And so my family just really kept me honed in on just play sports. My mom told me, "You play sports, I'll take care of everything else." So I haven't really had a job before.
Really?
I've just played sports. I haven't never punched in the clock, none of
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
this is your job. So
Nah, it is my job, and I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. And I just feel like just me playing it since I was just so young has helped me so far. But like I said, sports has always been in my life.
for sure.
Yeah, that's powerful. So you said you're from New Orleans. So we all know here that you're pretty good friends with Jamar Chase.
Yes, sir.
So playing with him in elementary and middle school, how did that connection help you grow as like a football player?
Yeah, I mean, when we were young, we saw each other, we really met each other playing basketball. Like we were just the youngest ones coming down court, shooting the ball, just throwing it up, and we were making it. But we started playing basketball together first, and then we got closer and closer. Then his mom got closer to my mom, and then they just became friends. And then after that, growing up, it's like it's like a group of us. It's like 10 of us, like our homies, and we all were kind of spread out at different parks. So when we were young, it was me and Jamar. Then like two of our other homies played at one park. Two of our other players had put another park, and then we all came to All Stars. We all just came together. So just being with him, this whole time, it just taught me that if he can do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, if we've been friends for this long, we kind of have some of the same qualities. So it's like I feel like if he can do it, I could definitely do it. So, him being my peer, he's also like a role model to me too. So it's like I look up to him for sure, but I got to make my own way. So
Right, right.
So Jamar's dad is on record for saying in youth football he'd lather him up with baby oil to help him break tackles. Can you confirm or deny this? And I mean, you played DB. Did it work?
I can 100% confirm. He did that. He did that for sure. I mean, Mr. Jimmy got his crazy ways of doing things, but obviously, he's a good dad, and obviously his plan worked for Jamar. So I salute him.
For sure.
Yeah, my favorite thing is when he's smoking that cigar after we beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and he's talking all that trash.
Nah, Jimmy loves cigars for sure.
All right. So after high school, you committed to Kansas State.
Yep.
Right. So you transferred back home to the NOLA. Going to Tulane, what differences did you see in the two programs?
Um, I mean, from a coaching standpoint, when I first got there, I had Coach Snyder. He was a Hall of Fame coach. He was there for maybe 20 something years, and then when I go to Tulane, I have Willie Fritz, and him and Willie Fritz kind of ran it the same. They were Coach Snyder's obviously a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, but Willie isn't too far off. But like just how they run their program, their core principles are kind of the same. So it's like it didn't take me long to adjust to how Coach Fritz wanted me to play certain things. But the only thing I can really say is, K State is in the Big 12, so like the money, you know what I'm saying, how the program is funded and everything. But as far as the differences between the two, they weren't really different because they were ran by two good head coaches, Coach Snyder and Coach Willie Fritz. I definitely appreciate them for coaching me and taking me along this journey. But as far as in differences, it's not too many differences.
Yeah. So how mad are you that you just skipped out on NCAA or NCAA?
Man, I was so sick, but I bought it the other day and I put myself on Tulane, so I'm there on my games.
Tulane back-to-back champs.
Yeah, I'm
NCAA.
there, and I won the Heisman as a DB.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Heisman's tough. It's
got to
impossible.
do it. Got to do it.
So you led the American Conference in interceptions your senior year. Do you
Yes,
know
sir.
what schools you got those picks against?
Of course. My first one was at Ole Miss. It was week 2. That was a good game because it's obviously Ole Miss and it's a lot of hype behind them. But last year, the year before, we beat K State, so I knew that our team could go out there and play with them. So Ole Miss was the first one. Then I doubled back next week when we played Nichols at home. I caught another pick. And then I believe we played Memphis.
Yep.
And that was one of my favorite ones because I did like a speed turn, spin around, and I caught it diving. That was one of my favorite ones. And then
Missing one.
it's so many. I didn't forgot the games. I know I stripped somebody for the UTSA game.
Yeah.
Um, South Alabama.
It is South Alabama. There we
South
go.
Alabama. Yeah, that one. I was in cover 2, and I kind of baited the quarterback. And after the game in his post interview, he said that like I baited him. So like that was good to feel. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But yeah, that was the 4. And then I believe in the South Alabama game, I recovered a fumble. So I think in all last year I had 4 picks, but I had 6 turnovers. And that definitely led the whole conference in
Oh, yeah.
turnovers. So, but yeah, it was a good year. Good year.
Yeah. So when you were young, right? You said that your mom took care of everything.
Yep.
So who would you say you modeled your game after? Who did you look up to when you were young? Did you look up to your mom because she was taking care of everything and
Uh,
letting you play your game?
Yeah, I mean, my mom, she just supported anything that I did. So, but as far as like players that I looked up to, I'll go football since I play football. But my favorite player is Tyrann Mathieu. Obviously, I wore number 7 in high school and in college, and I kind of modeled my game after him. Um, Also growing up, I watched Troy Polamalu. I watched him a lot. Let's see. I watched Ed Reed. Ed Reed is from Louisiana. Not too many
Really?
people know that.
Yeah, we
but,
had to watch those guys too
Yeah,
a lot.
Ed Reed. Ed Reed's from Louisiana, so I watched him heavy.
Ed Reed.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog. Um, then I also like Patrick Peterson. Just being a true corner. Tyrann Mathieu and Ed Reed are safeties. But as far as a cornerback, I loved Patrick Peterson growing up, and I watched his game heavy.
Did you watch the NFL when you were a kid?
Yeah. You know, my dad wasn't really in my life like that. So it was really me and my mom. But whenever he was around, he would always watch ESPN. And so like when I was growing up, I watched ESPN too. You know what I'm saying? Like I always did watch football. Like I used to watch his games, full games when I was like 13, 14, kind of going into high school. I always watch full games. Yeah, like football was always on. If it wasn't football, it'd be ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
keeping up with the daily sports and stuff like that. But football is all I know. Like I said, I never had a job. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So football is all I know. I wouldn't say I'm a historian, but I know the game a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So after that pretty good senior season, leading the league or the conference in turnovers and picks,
Yep.
what was that pre-draft process for you like? Putting your name in there. What was that? What did you really do?
Yeah, nah, it was definitely crazy because the year before when we beat USC at the Cotton Bowl,
Yeah.
like a lot of my homies thought I should have went the year before. And I'm like, I had a good year, but I didn't have any turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't get beat deep. I didn't really give up many touchdowns, but I didn't have no turnovers. So I'm like, okay, for my senior season, that's my emphasis. Like, I want turnovers. I want people to know that he's getting turnovers. So my senior year, I set out. I want turnovers. I want turnovers, and it paid off because that was one of the main things people talked about in my pre-draft process. My pre-draft process, people talked about how athletic and physical I am and how I could get the ball back to the offense. And, shit, we got Joe Burrow. So if I
Yeah.
can give him back the ball, we'll be just good. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely in the pre-draft process, the team that I was talking to the most was the Texans.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to them the most. I had a private dinner, private workout. I met with them. I met with the national scout. If I had to bank on it, I thought I was going to be a Houston Texans.
For sure.
But they say in the draft process, it's the team that you hear from the least that likes you the most. And so, on that day, it's crazy because I didn't hear from the Texans at all. They didn't
Really?
call. They didn't call at all. And so the people who were calling the most were the Eagles, the Dolphins, and the Bengals called me. This is my first time talking to them throughout the entire draft process. They called me in the middle of the sixth round and was like, "Stay in there. We like what you're doing, and just stay in there. Like we really want you. Think about us after the draft." And I'm thinking in my head, the Texans had like 3 picks in the 7th round. So I'm like, damn, I don't know just yet. And so Miami was calling a little bit, and the Texans, they got through their picks and they never called. And the first team to call me after the draft was the Bengals. Um, Coach Burke, he said he wanted to coach me. He said he liked what I do. He definitely feel that I could be a good player in this league. And then after I talked to Miami and Miami, I just feel like they're not as good as the Bengals. You
Yeah,
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So
I
like, you know, so I would rather go to a playoff contending team, a team who just got the Super Bowl recently. Obviously, we had a down year last year, but we're gonna get back to how we were. But I just feel like overall, it's a better fit for me,
for sure.
for me to come to the Bengals, you know, and just shine here. So yeah, my pre-draft process was a little crazy because I thought I was going to the Texans, but I'm blessed to be here for sure.
I just want to let you know that we're going to beat the Texans in the playoffs this year.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we're
Everything is noted. Everything is noted.
we're
Trust
gonna
me.
beat every team in the playoffs that we face this year.
For sure.
Braden, it's all you.
Let's do this. So after the draft, we just went over that actually. What is the hardest part for all NFL rookies, including yourself, to make the transition from college football to the NFL?
Um, I would definitely say just the terminology and how the coaches want you to play certain stuff. And definitely with me being an undrafted rookie, I don't have as much leeway as other people, and that's to be, understood. But I just feel like the hardest thing is the terminology. But at the end of the day, football is football. So it's like, you know, in colleges, the hashes are a little different. That makes it a little bit different. But other than that, I mean, football is football. We have protective gear on. You got to go out there and run, hit. I mean, I don't try to make things bigger than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been playing football since I was just so young. So like, I'm big on film. So like, if I know what's coming and I can go make a play, I'm gonna go make it because I trust my athletic ability and I feel like I can make that play. So at the end of the day, I don't psych myself up. Yes, I'm in the NFL. Yes, it's different from college, but it's just football at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You got to find joy in that. And I do. I have fun with it. I appreciate it every day, but I prepare myself so I can make those plays. You know what I'm saying? So definitely the transition is the terminology, but at the end of the day, football is football, and you got to go out there and play.
Yeah, that's tough,
You know what
honestly.
I'm saying? It's
That's
just
tough.
that simple to me. It's just that simple.
Yeah, like LeBron said, it's just basketball. It's just football.
It's just football. I feel like when you make things bigger than what they are, you kind of psych yourself out. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? And like with my position, with me being a DB, if I give up a touchdown, I can't dwell on that for 3-4 plays because I'm gonna get scored on again and again. So like I kind of just use that mindset to my day-to-day life. Like at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it is. Got to have fun with it, and don't make things bigger than what they are because you're gonna stress about it. And what's stressing gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing
Stressing
good.
about it is not, you're gonna stress yourself out. You know what I'm saying? So if you just go out there and have fun with it, everything will take care of itself. But you got to prepare yourself to
For
do
sure.
that.
Yeah, so Gavin's shirt right there says Tulane
Yeah,
Green
roll
Wave.
wave, roll
So
wave.
let anybody know that's watching this podcast what the Green Wave means to you.
Man, the green wave mean to me. Like I said, I'm from New Orleans, so it's like when Tulane is doing good, the city of New Orleans is doing good. And I feel like, the city of New Orleans is very, it's violent, as some people may know. But like I said, when Tulane is doing good, the city is doing good. And I'm glad that I was a part of that because at one point Tulane wasn't very good. And, while I was there, we won a conference championship, we won a Cotton Bowl, we finished number 10 in the rankings at one point.
Yeah.
So it's like, just it's kind of how Cincinnati did that climb at one point.
Yeah.
Like how Cincinnati did that
Absolutely.
climb. Like I feel like Tulane made that climb, and I was a part of that. So like, me being from New Orleans and me putting Tulane on the map, I'm very appreciative. And like, we have a new locker room at Tulane, and at Tulane they have like one of my pictures or one of my picks from the Ole Miss game.
Really.
So it's like that's just love. You know what I'm saying?
It's dope because in NCAA, you guys have sick uniforms.
Yes, we
It's
do.
been a popular one to rebuild just for those uniforms.
Hell yeah.
So, who were some of the first players you really got to know that reached out to you? When you became a Bengal.
Um, Well, I had trained with Fig, Josh Newton.
Josh.
I trained with him at EXO. So once he saw me make that decision, he was one of the first people to reach out to me. And Fig is a good dude. I call him Fig. Y'all may know him as Josh Newton, but I call him Fig. But Fig a good dude, man. He was the first one to reach out to me. Me and him are the only corners that, only rookie corners. All the other rookies are safeties. So it's like, I'm on his hip, he on my hip. You know what I'm saying? Like we work pre-practice, post-practice. We do recovery together. We do rehab together, do ice tubs together and stuff like that. But he was definitely one of the first people to reach out to me, and Jamar reached out to me, of course. And I knew T Higgins a little bit, just kind of hanging out, with Jamar. So T Higgins was one of the first people to reach out to me. And then when I actually got here, one of the first people to talk to me was Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton and DJ Ivy.
Really?
Yeah, they talked to me first, and with DJ Ivy, he coming back from an injury, I believe, or something like that. So like, was kind of him being on the sideline. He'd been giving me little tidbits, and like I said, Mike Hilton, y'all know Mike Hilton. I mean, he's one of the best. So it's like he's giving me tips on the daily. Any question that I have, he answers. So like I said in the room earlier, everybody been good to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody been nice. Everybody been open arms. So I'm just appreciative.
Yeah, so just talking about Fig. So right here is Josh Newton's autograph.
Yep.
Right there.
Big. Okay.
Look at that.
Yep. Can I sign mine?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
After
for
the
sure.
show, we'll have you sign there.
Do you get that?
After the show, we
After the
good.
show, you got it?
Yeah,
All right.
That's why we put that there.
Bet.
You can pick out your spot now. Visualize it. Visualize it.
Yeah.
Put your
I see
name
where I'm
on
gonna
that
put
thing.
it in. Right on the back. I see where I'm gonna put it.
So, So you travel a lot, obviously D1 football, now the NFL.
Yep.
What are 5 essentials you cannot travel without?
You talking about like what kind of trip? Like
Let's say you're going on a West Coast
I've never been on the West
4-game
Coast.
road
Okay.
trip.
For a 4-game road trip, okay. Gotta have a toothpaste, gotta have a toothbrush.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Gotta brush your teeth in the morning. Let's see. Gotta have my wallet. I got everything in my wallet. So that's 3 right there. Need me some good Carmex.
Okay.
Can't have the chapped lips. And then just a boatload of shoes. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how that be figured out, but that'd be my 5 essentials for sure.
So with the Carmex, are you kind of like the stick guy, or you like putting it on your finger and rub it on?
I like putting it on my
I do
finger and
too.
rub
That's
it
what
on.
I
I
do.
don't know. Putting a stick on it feel like I'm putting on lip gloss.
Yeah.
I don't really like that, but yeah, that's how I do it.
So then, obviously, you're still super young into your career. I mean, you just got.
So,
What's your favorite moment so far? It could be on the field, off the field, just in your playing career.
just in my playing career, ooh, I would have to say, for any young kid that gets recruited heavily in high school, it's probably one of the funnest things. Just because of coming out of high school, I had like 32 offers, 34 offers, and on signing day, it was between K State and TCU, and I chose K State. But during that time, it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see when you're a freshman and you see all the seniors getting called out of class to go talk to the college coaches, you're like, dang, I want that to be me. And when I was a freshman, I was on junior high. Like I wasn't even on varsity yet. So, when I finally got to varsity and I started getting a lot of offers, that was just a great fun time. It just felt good to know that my mama don't got to pay for college. You know what I'm saying? Like that was big. Like my first offer was Nicholls State, and I cried. Like it was in the weight room. I was working out, and the coach called me because he was in the coach's office, and he called me and he was like, "We want to offer you a full ride scholarship." And Nicholls is in a big school. You know what I'm saying? But just to have it 100% secured that my mama don't got to pay for no school ever again. I just cried, and then I got a couple more offers after that, and then Tulane was my 4th offer. And then after I got Tulane, it was just a spiral effect. I was getting 3 offers in a day. I was getting 2 offers in a day. So that was probably one of my funnest times. And then, my playing career, uh, when I was at K State, I started as a true freshman. So, that's I have different careers. You know what I'm saying? I got from high school, K State, Tulane, and then now. And so probably when I was at K State, my first start, it was against Kansas. That's a big rivalry, Kansas, K State. It was cold. It was like 30 degrees. I didn't wear nothing. I thought I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wear nothing. I just had a hand warmer. But it was my first start as a true freshman. And then when I got to Tulane, I would just have to say probably my first pick of that senior year, just getting the ball rolling. And then after that, it was a spiral effect. And then shit, so far since I've been with the Bengals, it's really just going out to practice and just having fun. Like
Yeah.
that's been my greatest moment, just getting up every morning and doing it every morning. That's been my funnest part. So, like I said, I got different stages. I could pick one from every different stage, but I've been blessed so far for sure. I've been blessed.
Yeah. So if your mom ends up watching this,
She's watching. She's
yeah,
watching.
okay.
She's watching.
So what do you want to say to her?
Love your moms. I love you. And I got you too. I got you.
All right. Yeah.
She's definitely watching. She texted me before I was even here. She was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm on the way." Like I'm not.
Yeah. Well, this will be on Spotify and YouTube. We'll send you all
Jeez,
that.
she's ready for it. Jeez.
All right. So if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
which one would it be?
See. All right. So I got two. I got two. I'm gonna go. My mom's cooking. She her red beans and rice, or her white beans, or her roast. I mean, I could. Everyone is
It's
good.
everything.
Just her mom's cooking. Mom's cooking in general. And then I love hibachi. I love
Yeah.
hibachi. I love me some hibachi. And mom's cooking, and I'm good.
There's some good hibachi places around here.
Yeah, I haven't been in none. I gotta check some out.
Yeah, there's some good food.
I've been in like a couple of different steakhouses,
Yeah.
Jeff Ruby's and stuff like that. But I want some hibachi. I need some hibachi. I need it.
Yeah. So my mom's right back there in that white shirt.
What up, mom? What up?
Uh,
What up?
I love her. She can't cook, man. She can't cook.
You gonna put on black just like that? It's all
Hey,
good,
she's got them frozen pizzas though, man.
but
That's
it's good. Now you gotta just find you a girl who can cook. I'm telling you, you'll be all right. You'll be okay. We good. Okay, bet. Okay, bet. Bet you good then. You good.
So obviously being a young guy, I'm sure you go out, have some fun, go to parties. What's your go-to karaoke song?
You say I'm young, but I don't really be going out though. For real. Only time I go out if it's a celebration, to be
For sure.
honest with you. But a go-to song, I like rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, I like Lil Baby, Gunna, stuff like that. But I'm not really a singer. I'm not really a dancer. I just vibe to the music. You know what I'm
What
saying?
song can you rap word for word for?
I could rap any NBA YoungBoy song.
it's just that speaker.
Oh, buzz, we buzz. Okay, we good. Okay, bet.
Just give it a second. Hey, you're doing great, bro.
Ciao. It's all good.
Man, that happened.
I was,
That happened.
All right, we're good.
we're good to go. We're good to go. There we go. We good. We good. But nah, I could rap probably any NBA YoungBoy song. He from Louisiana.
Give us a
But
sample.
you
Sample.
put me on the spot, man. I don't really feel like rapping right now, man.
All right,
I
that's
don't
cool.
feel
That's
like
cool.
rapping.
All right. So if you could have a dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be? By the way, I have another question. I forgot about it, but I'm gonna ask it again now.
Okay.
LeBron or MJ?
LeBron or MJ? I'm gonna go LeBron.
I'm Brian here too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
All right.
LeBron,
Like
bro.
Brian.
I just feel like as an overall basketball player, he does everything. You
All
know,
right. That's what Tyson said too.
yeah. And I don't want to go too far. I'm gonna leave that right there. But hopefully, one day I can meet both of them. You know what I'm saying? And I can talk to them face to face. But I would have to go LeBron James.
All right. So let's hear these three people, dead or alive, that you'd have dinner with, and what are you gonna serve?
So any people.
Any people, and then you have to pick what you're gonna serve them.
So I would probably have to go just because Michael Jackson. Probably just Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I would probably have to go just so I could pick his brain, Ray Lewis,
Okay.
just so I could see what's up, just see how his brain is wired because he's a little
That's
throwed
crazy.
off, and I just want to see see what that's about. And then I said Michael Jackson just because he a legend. You know what I'm saying?
For
And,
sure.
like, I was alive when he passed. You know what I'm
Tyson said that too.
You know,
That was one of
yeah,
his three.
yeah. So I would definitely say Michael, and I didn't get that from Tyson. That was on me. But I would definitely say Michael Jackson. I would definitely say Ray Lewis, and then one more guy, just because I'm a football guy and I want to give y'all football answers. I'm gonna say Brian Dawkins,
Okay.
Oh,
just to see,
Weapon X.
just to see what's up. Like
Yeah.
I just want to talk to him, feel that energy, prick his brain a little bit. But and then of course, if I had to serve him something, serve him mom's home cooking.
Got to.
They'll love that.
Gonna keep her busy with all this.
putting a little pressure on mom there.
She gonna be all right. She all right.
Oh yeah. If you weren't playing football, what'd you be doing right now?
If I wasn't playing football, as a job,
Anything.
anything.
Fun for a job.
I mean, if I probably had to do a job, it probably had to be doing something with like kids,
Okay.
like coaching or something like that, giving back. But
For
if
sure.
I still had to be in the sports realm, I would probably run track. I'd just try my hardest to get as fast as I can,
Yeah.
or do something like that. Like I said, I have a state ring in track, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty fast. So I would try hard to run track, and even me trying my hardest, I probably wouldn't even be good as some of those guys, you know what I'm saying? But I'll probably do one of those things, anything involving the kids, and probably run some track.
Gotcha.
Would you be a teacher? Do you think you could be a teacher?
I couldn't be a teacher, bro. It's just I feel like they're a little too bad. Sometimes them kids a little too bad. I'll probably have to be like a high school teacher. I couldn't
sure.
be no like like a preschool teacher. Nah, they're gonna drive me up the wall.
What would you
couldn't do that.
teach?
PE.
PE, yes, sir.
PE, history or something.
I want
wanted
to
to
shout. I
ask you
want to.
this. Go
I
ahead.
want to give a shout out to Patrick Dragon. He didn't show up today. He was supposed to. He's a PE teacher, and he's famously quoted for saying that he gets paid the same as other teachers, and all he does is play kickball and wiffle ball all day.
Kickball, dodgeball, a little bit of basketball. That's all.
Basketball were the
Are
best
you
days
hooping
of
with the
PE.
kids? Are you hooping with the kids?
What'd you say?
Are you hooping with the kids?
Yes, of course I'll hoop with them. Like I said, I like the kids. You know what I'm saying? So anything with the kids, I'm down.
So I wanted to ask this a little earlier. So you mentioned Josh Newton, and you mentioned a little bit of Mike Hilton.
Yep.
Who have you really learned from so far being here as a rookie? Who have you really, picked their brain, as you said, seen the flashes of what you want to look like?
Yeah, definitely Mike Hilton. He's the perfect guy to go talk to. And we got a good old DB coach, Coach Burke. He's a good coach. He teaches us tendencies and personnel. But I would say Mike Hilton. I mean, I feel like he's the best nickel in the league, by
Absolutely.
far. I mean? I feel like he's the best nickel. I mean, he's made plays here for the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So any question that I have, Mike answers my question quick. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Mike Hilton. And then, also having a vet like Von Bell is back there in the secondary. The safeties kind of control the back end. The
Yeah.
linebackers control the front. So when things get a little hairy and you can look back and Von Bell is just telling you what to do, you just feel more comfortable because he's going to be in the right place. So, definitely having those two guys, Von Bell and Mike, they just kind of make it easier on me. Even though I haven't got many one string reps to be with those guys, being around them, I could pick their brain and, they have been really good to me so far.
For sure.
So, what's your hidden talent that most people don't know about?
A hidden talent? Uh, I wouldn't say it's a hidden talent, but I like to draw a little bit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I'll copy it for word and then kind of make my own little adjustments off of it. But like I like to draw a little bit, I guess. I mean, I don't really do it frequently, but I would say that and just playing the game, playing Call of Duty, playing GTA, playing the new NCAA, playing Madden. I'm always, down for playing the games, but I can't sing, I can't dance. You know what I'm saying? I don't have those type of hidden talents, but
Hey,
yeah, probably just playing the game really.
you're gonna have to learn. Cincinnati's pretty notorious for those defensive celebrations.
I know. I got something up my sleeve for sure, but y'all see, I got something up my
Yo,
sleeve.
I think you'll be in the end zone a decent amount. Pick sixes,
Yeah,
scooping scores.
nah, definitely. For the first game, I want to strip. I want to strip. I want to strip somebody. I don't know. I don't want to hit nobody hard, but I just want to take it from them.
Yeah,
Just
just
take it
rip it
from
out.
them and take it to the end zone. But if I get in that end zone, I'll do a little something, something.
Just a little bit. So so obviously that NFL paycheck's gonna be hidden. What's that first purchase you're making?
Man, man. My first my first purchase, I definitely want me a car. Before I came up here, I sold my car.
Yeah,
Because it'll cost me more to get it up here than
for
to
sure.
actually just sell it. So right now I have no car, so that's pushing me very hard to go get a car. And I've always had used cars. So if I can go to a lot, get one with 5 miles on it, I'll feel pretty good about
I think there's
myself.
a dealership like right over
Yeah,
there. On
hopefully
your way out.
yeah, hopefully we could, work something out. But, definitely, do some things for my people, do some things for my mom. But as far as my first little purchase, I would like me a nice car. But day by day, gotta get to that first preseason game, then get through the second one, and then get through the third one, get through those final cuts. I make that roster, I'm gonna definitely feel good about myself, You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's all in the making, you know. I work very hard for this. So I definitely feel like, I'll be blessed very soon. So, like I said, my first purchase will be a nice car. Nothing too crazy, but a nice car for sure.
Do you consider yourself a fashion guy?
I would say so. Um, you know, I'm not really a splurger. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I do have a lot of money, I don't waste it for real. So it's like, definitely when I do get some money, I'm gonna want to buy everything that I couldn't have when I was younger. I feel like that's anybody's, temptation when they get a little bit of money, just to things that they didn't have when they was younger, want to buy those things. So definitely, whenever I get a little bit more change, I'm gonna spend a couple thousands maybe on some drip. You know what I'm saying? But I like to look good. I mean, who doesn't? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So we got some pictures of Joey B back here,
Let me see.
Yep.
and we're gonna play a little game of drip or skip.
Trip or skip?
If
Yeah.
you could pull it off, obviously we know Joe can.
Okay, let's
but
do it.
Let's see it.
Joe can wear anything.
So first up,
Drip.
Drip, you can pull it.
Oh,
I could
interesting
definitely pull it off.
answer.
I could definitely pull it off. I got 2 suits of my own. I got a blue suit with a double breast, and I got a
Okay.
pink suit with a single.
Ooh,
So it's
okay. Are we
like
gonna see those on game day?
for sure, for sure. I don't mind putting on the suit.
Astronaut man.
That's Joe style. That ain't my style. Drip.
Hey, do you know what his caption was for that picture?
Nah, what was it?
Cartier glasses. I can't even Pikachu.
That's that little baby. Drip. Yeah, well, he's good. I like that. I like that. Drip.
He had bumper studded headphones on.
I had to do a double take,
Like I said, Joe could do whatever he wants. That's on Joe.
and then we got one more, two more.
That's drip. I'm cool with that. I'm rocking with that. Nah, Joe. Who was this for, like a Halloween or something like that? Okay.
So Tyson informed us that rookies have to wear a Halloween costume. Were you aware of this?
I did not know that.
So you gotta start thinking of that.
I was not informed that. I wish I was told that before, but nah, I didn't.
You got a favorite scary movie?
My favorite favorite scary movie is Insidious.
Insidious?
Yeah, Insidious. Yeah, for sure. That
I've
thing's
never seen
scary. It's scary.
All right. So obviously football is littered with penalties,
Yep.
trying to keep the game safe, but sometimes, penalty flag isn't needed. If you could take away one penalty to help benefit you, or I guess the game, what would it be?
That benefit me. Um, there's a lot of controversy over like the little hip drop tackle.
Yeah.
I don't tackle like that. Like, and it is a little controversy on it, but the only rule that I don't like is when the offensive, like a running back, Derrick Henry, he gonna stiff arm your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes whenever he stiff arm you and he grabs your face mask,
Yeah.
I feel like that's face mask on them. And like he can control my face mask, he can do whatever. So I feel like I don't like that penalty because it only comes from defense. You don't never see an offensive player get face
For sure.
mask. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I feel like that stiff arm and when they grab your face mask and kind of control it, and then also, the offensive PI, sometimes receivers, they push off and like they don't never call it. But like as soon as we get a little hands on them, they crying for a flag. So it's like, definitely those two because those are game changers.
For sure.
So we know you're on a little time restraint here, so we're gonna
Yep.
open up to a Q&A for the fans. Is there any questions that you guys have for Lance here?
I can't really hear you.
Dog or cat?
Dog or a cat person?
Man, I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love dog. I love pit bulls. I like bigger dogs. I'm not really like a small guy. I mean, a small dog type of guy. I feel like a dog is kind of supposed to protect you. So it's like with the little dogs, they can't do much. You
And
know what I'm
Chihuahuas are
saying?
kind of fierce, bro.
Man,
They'll
They
protect
feisty,
some.
but they yappers.
Yeah.
If I got a big old cane corso in the backyard, you're not coming in the backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a dog guy for sure.
Yep, you're right there.
My favorite book.
Breed
Favorite breed of dog.
of dog.
My favorite breed of dog is pit bulls. I love pits. They just a little like they shed too much. I like them. I like them though because they are protective, and I like dogs like that. Like I wouldn't mind a German Shepherd from an outside dog. You know what I'm saying? Just for him to be outside and stuff like that. But it's just the shedding kind of gets to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to constantly clean my. Yeah.
All right.
Man, it's a lot, bro. I'm telling you. I know it's a lot. You got to bring them to the groomer, and, with a pit, you don't got to bring them to the groomer. You know what I'm saying? You got to just cut their nails. So
We're gonna get 3 more questions. All right, we'll go gray shirt, red shirt, blue shirt. Cool.
Yep.
All
let's
right,
do it.
gray shirt, go ahead.
The only thing I played was basketball and track. Like I said, when I was growing up, I got a national like biddy championship when I was like 9. And then when I was in high school, I was on the 4x1 team, and we broke like the little classification record. And it was one of my best friends. He was one of my he was the anchor. He was the fourth leg, and we broke a record with him, but unfortunately, like a year after, he had committed suicide. So it's like, it's crazy, but like, yeah, those are my two sports, and it was my guy Samaj. He brought it home for us, and he broke the record. So it's like, yeah, those are my two big sports, and that's why I said earlier, if I didn't play football, I'd probably run track. You know what I'm saying? So
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
All right, red shirt, go ahead. It's
I like them both. I like spicy food. I'm from New Orleans. We gotta put a little hot sauce on that thing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like sour food, I love the Sour Patch Kids, the Sour Punch Straws. I love all that. I'm a kid. I'm a big candy guy. I'm a big candy guy. Like before the game, my ritual, I'll probably have 2 packs of the little nerd clusters before a
Oh,
game.
those things are
good,
good.
good
Swear.
choice. Good
And those
choice.
things, it's a lot of sugar, but it get me going. I eat them and then probably some hot fries. You know what I'm saying? So after the game, my stomach is messed up for sure, but it's just like my little ritual, how I kind of do it. So, hell
All
yeah.
right, last question, go ahead. Favorite football player?
My favorite football player, it would probably have to be Tyrann Mathieu. Like I said earlier, he was probably one of my favorite players. He an LSU guy. I'm from the boot. And I remember just in high school watching his highlights. At him at LSU, and him at LSU, he was a dog. Like he was all over the field. He could have won the Heisman, just like Charles Woodson. So it was like Tyrann Mathieu definitely, is a great example to follow. Because he kind of had some troubles in the beginning, and then look at him now. He's arguably a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's a good testament of how to be, and also he's from New Orleans. So it's like I look at all those New Orleans guys as if they could do it, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and Tyrann Mathieu, I've met him. He's no bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So if he could be in the league 10 years, 11 years, and he ain't no bigger than me, I feel like I could do it. So, he's definitely a role model, and he follows me on Twitter. So I'm happy about that. He don't follow me on Instagram. He follow me on Twitter. So I think that's pretty cool. So he had followed me after my senior year at Tulane. So I
So,
thought that was pretty cool.
so I will ask you one more question, and we'll
Yes,
get to
sir.
autographs and pictures. Um, so you see, there's a lot of kids out here. What is one thing you want to tell them, uh, for them to be successful?
I mean, just for me, in this space, I just look at things as don't take things for granted. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not, you're not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta really make it up in your mind as to what like I'm gonna do this. Because if you don't, if you know you really don't want to do it, you're not gonna give you all your effort. So if you make up your mind and fully feel that this is what I want to do and this is how I'm gonna approach it, then you have to attack it. And any kids that want to play football and like they're a little nervous, they're a little scared, I would just say we have protective gear on for a reason. You got a helmet, you got a shoulder pads, and if you're constantly worrying about trying not to get hurt, you will get hurt. So it's like I feel like if you just go out there, give your all, and not worry about those type of things, you'll have fun. And so it's like for kids who want to play football, I say do that. But like anything in life, just do it 100%. Don't play with it because I ain't never think I was gonna get this old, and I'm only 24. You know what I'm saying? So it's like time do fly, and so it's like you don't want to be 20, 24, and all of a sudden, like you second guessing what you're doing. So it's like I say, just go for it all. Don't never let your dreams be too small. I mean, just do everything that you can to succeed. So and don't take things for granted because if you get a little bit older, you'll definitely see that you could have wasted time and time don't wait on nobody. So it's like I said, just give it all you got and you'll be successful.
All right, let's give it up for Lance.